The German military optical instruments of the Second World War bear various markings according to the sort of the cold-resistant grease they are applied. This was a result of the adoption of several types of greases in a relatively short period. The German army had been struggling against the extreme cold they had first experienced in the winter of 1941 at the Eastern Front. Therefore, I had been thinking these markings would be a clue to presume the date when the optical instrument was made. This time, I'm going to explain each lubricant markings in order, not only on ZF41s, but generally seen on German military optical instruments. We have the marking KF to begin with. It is said the optic is lubricated with cold-resistant grease, Bush CFET or newly developed Invarol, which was serviceable to -20 degrees Celsius. The information is from the military journal Allgemeine Heeresmitteilungen, dated 27th of May, 1940, and one can assume the German army was intended to prepare for the expected war in Russia with this grease. The instrument bearing this KF from the beginning can be presumed to be made during 1940 to 1941. After the winter of 1941 to 1942, when the German army had their first experience of the Russian general winter, Hellblaue Kreisfläche, or the light blue circle, was introduced. The marking indicates the grease Vakuumvet 1416, which was said to be perfectly operable to -40 degrees Celsius. It is described in the manual for the winter warfare, Taschenbuch für Winterkrieg, dated 5th of August, 1942. However, it turned out soon that the perfect operability has some exceptions, and a new grease was introduced again within 1942. Thus, the instrument bearing the circle originally are likely to be made during 1942. The next marking to come is Hellblaues Kreuz, or the light blue cross. Perhaps because the manual for the winter warfare was issued in haste, it had to be soon revised at the date of 1st of November in the same year, and the cross was referred within. It says, the instrument bearing the marking is perfectly serviceable to -40 degrees Celsius, and in the future, all observation and surveying instruments of the Army will be only lubricated with the grease Instrumentenfett 1442. Nevertheless, since the next new marking appeared, in the latter part of 1943, the instrument with the cross can be thought to be manufactured from 1942 to 1944, mainly in 1943. The commercial 4-power scopes made under military contract mounted on K98K sniper rifles manufactured in 1944 can be seen, usually with the cross markings. For the last, we have hellblaues Dreieck, or the light blue triangle. Much is not known on this marking, but it is said with the marking the instrument is fully usable between -40 degrees and 50 degrees Celsius. The GW-ZF4, a scope designed for the Gewehr 43 self-loading rifle, all bear this triangle, and the scope was adopted in the latter part of 1943. So, the grease triangle can be thought to be introduced in late 1943 and was used till the end of the war. The instrument with two lubricant markings is often seen, which means the grease was replaced later when it was taken back for maintenance or switched during the production line. In this case, you can see clearly the triangle took over the cross.